Well, I like this question. I like this question because some people avoid it.
Okay.
Have you ever made someone feel crazy for reacting to something you did?
I think younger me, for sure, when I was not self-aware, it's easy to be like, you hurt my feelings, what was you talking about? And like not hear a person out. But the older I get, and when I do reflect on how I probably would have made somebody feel, and I think about how they make me feel in a situation, I'm like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. And I'm big on like taking accountability, be like, yo, I'm sorry. Like, and I can say I'm not wrong often, but when I am, I do have to check myself. And so older me now it's a quicker process, but before I probably was stubborn as fuck. It was not trying to hear none of that, to be honest. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
So you're not like that, like you said, before, when you're younger, before you was aware of of it. And a lot of people aren't aware of what they be doing.
Yeah.
You know, and
Hurt people hurt people.
yeah, exactly.
For sure.
And that's what it's like. I hear you just gotta like you said, it's kind of like bumper cars, but like you're saying, and you have to be able to read the energy, because you wanna make sure to, if I need to bump and go, I need to bump and go, rather than like you said, energy vampires or sit.
You staying somewhere you ain't even gotta be.
Right.
You wasting time. You gonna waste years of your life. And as women, like, honestly, it's so easy to get wrapped up in a person because we're naturally nurturers. We meant to be mothers. We're meant to be nurturing caretakers. So it's easy to want to nurture something in somebody, but if they're not nurturing that within themselves, they're going to keep taking from you. And so you have to know when to cut that shit short.
All right.
It's called survival. Like that.
Really. And that's what a lot of people, they out here playing, but like you said, it's survival. Honestly. Okay. Have you ever entertained someone you knew you never would take seriously?
Yeah. Because then, like, realistically, when I read the situation, I read the person, I'm like, oh, they fun. But I take them to my people? Fuck no. Bro, like, nah. I would not take you to hell, no. You couldn't even thought that.
See, that's right.
And I don't want to meet your people. Like,
right.
I'm good.
And I think that we all do that.
Yeah.
We all do that, you know. And it's like, sometimes we just want the attention.
That's it. Sometimes you just want to hear, hey, what's up? How you doing? You bored? To be honest, we really just be bored.
Yeah.
Because I know how to entertain myself with a plethora of things. I got a bunch of hobbies, but it's like sometimes you just want to talk to somebody outside of yourself, and so you entertain shit that you know is not going on.
Right. And it's like too bad that everyone can just be like genuine, like, all right, bet. You know how I'm feeling, you know how I'm rocking, I'm just rocking with you on this level. You know, too bad people can't just keep things at a genuine state. They want to either move it around, test boundaries. It's just like, nah, but we was cool, just, you know what I mean? This what we doing. So,
that's real.
You know, I definitely feel that.
Listen, clear boundaries will say you a world of trouble.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's not always easy. It's easier said than done. Like I said, people got different personality types. You don't know how certain people gonna react. But at the end of the day, you gotta stand true to who you are. It's not about how they react. It's about what feels good in your spirit. And if it works, do it. If it don't, cut it.
Right. And like you're saying, boundaries is a key, like you said, key determination of how people view you, you know, feel about what you got going on literally in real life. You know what I mean? So if people start crossing the boundaries, or not even care about the boundaries, or not even paying attention to the boundaries, it's key. You know what I mean? Some people don't even pay attention to your boundaries. It's like they be stumbling on, like, I don't know.
Like, a big thing for me is my independence. I cannot do codependent relationships. I've been there, I've done that. They want to be up under you all day. They want to be up your ass. Like, respectfully, I want you to go find your hobbies, and I want you to enjoy them, and then we come together, and then we get to share and experience this life, and then go back to doing whatever we do. And there's love and respect there. I don't feel like I have to do everything that you do and you have to do everything I do, because we're not the same person. I would love for you to have hobbies that's different from mine, so I can learn something new. So that's just a hard no for me. I'm so big on my personal time. When I'm telling you I need a long time, that's not like, oh yeah, I need a long time and let's keep talking. No, I'll get back to you. I need my long time.
Facts. And I mean, to be honest, I think that has happened to me younger, when I was younger. Like you said, the codependent thing, but it was when I was like my high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
So it was very young. But I'm talking about under, like, it was like, and then it got to the butt. Then it got to the point where I didn't realize what was going on, and then you realize, like,
you kind of lose yourself in that person.
Yeah, literally.
That's scary. That's like, oh, jump scare. That is a scary movie for me now. In current stage of life, no, my independence means everything to me.
And that's real, like I said. And like now, as an adult, hell no, like you said, you have to. We both have to be just moving and grooving, and having, understanding what's going on, having, looking for motion to have,
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then have something to look forward to. Oh my God, we got date night this weekend. That's awesome. I'm so excited about that. Oh, we get to go to the beach today. That's so awesome. I'm happy I get to look forward to that. Or, oh, we're planning a trip. I get to look forward to that versus like I said, consecutively being in my space. That's a lot for me.
Right. And it's like, honestly, we don't live in those times no more, and those times are kind of played out. You know what I mean?
Niggas got emotion for real. Niggas got careers.
Like, for real. So it's like that's adjustment these times we're in. So I'm definitely understanding what you're saying. For sure. Okay. Tell me about a theory, a conspiracy theory you low-key believe, and why.
This is so crazy. There's so many. Between the Diddler and the Epstein files, I don't even know where to start. And I feel like because it's such an open case and niggas is getting knocked off every other day, I'd rather not go too deep into that. But all I know is this. I understand human nature. I feel like people are not going to accuse you of something that you have not associated yourself with. I've never been investigated for a crime I had no part of doing.
Right.
Police ain't coming to my door if I ain't have nothing to do with something that, you feel me?
It's like, I may not have did that, but I was around it. I knew about it.
Right.
So it's like, I understand what you said.
People not gonna tie you in with hard evidence to something you just did.
Had nothing to do with, you know what I mean?
You feel me? So I feel like when people looking at those situations, it's just like, read the room, babe.
Yeah. And then I watch other, content creators. So it comes out that I guess the files, like some of the tapes came out, and they were saying it's like,
yo,
they were saying it's funny, but it's crazy, man. It was like, it's like, what the fuck, But I'm not gonna lie to you. Which one is? I mean, like you were saying, those two, and then the Epstein. Goodness gracious.
It gets weird. My thing is this. A friend of mine just asked me, like, what do I plan on doing with music? Do I plan on getting signed? Do I plan on being independent? I said, respectfully, I want to be independent as long as I can. I'm not desperate to come up. I'm not quick to try to sign no paperwork, to try to be nowhere. I have an actual career. I'm really good at what I do. And I also happen to be great at making music too. So I want to continue to cultivate that. And I come from a background of business. I have a degree in business administration. So it's like, I take the time to learn what I got to learn for myself. And with that being said, I want to maintain independent on purpose, because you're not going to tell me I'm somebody's fucking sex slave or any other weird shit. I'm cool.
And, the more I start to learn about the music industry and seeing what happens actually behind the scenes, and what I mean behind the scenes, I also mean paperwork.
Yes.
So when I realized, like, these artists be signing, like,
they life away.
But it's crazy because it's like, it's that serious, but it's an aspect of they literally sign not just their life, they sign their likeness.
Yeah.
So it's like,
their creativity away, essentially.
Literally, like, your essence, essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they literally sign, like, so. Like, you see artists right now who say, man, my label won't let me drop music. I'm like, that's crazy.
What you mean with your free will? You can't do what you want to do.
That's crazy.
And I'm so big on using my free will like no other. Like, I'm laughing. Last night, I was at the Yams party in Wynwood. Great time, by the way. Hey, shout out to the Yams 305.
Shout out.
A fucking ball. I didn't go there to perform by any means, but ended up on the stage, and I just stayed on stage the whole night. You would have thought I was the host for the event. The DJ done passed me the mic. I'm rapping on stage. I'm rapping with the crowd and shit. Okay. They hyped up, like, and then I go to the bathroom, and some girl was like, how did you end up on stage? I'm like, free will, babe. Like, you literally can do whatever you want. Ain't nobody, like, there's literally nothing you can't do.
Damn.
And I feel like that's something I teach my students. Like, do you respectfully, but don't put a box on yourself. Don't put chains on yourself that don't exist.
Right.
You can do whatever you put your mind to. You felt like, hey, you want to rock out at a concert right now? Bitch, you at a concert. Fuck. And do it.
So I'm not gonna lie. So it's you. I can already tell you broke out the matrix mindset.
Oh,
But all right. So question: do you know like do you know what caused that? Do you know when it happened, or is it just like it was just man? I just turned around and it was just what the fuck was going on.
To be fair, growing up in Chicago, I was aware of politics and the world around me at a very early age. When you got people dying early, you got classmates dying early, family members dying at an early age, you look at life a little bit differently. And so Illinois is a Democratic state. It's a little bit poorer than South Florida. South Florida, you got your parts where the areas are poor, but essentially it's beautiful here.
Right.
We got areas where the potholes so fucking thick. When you're just aware of the economic gap, when you're aware that people will treat you different because of that gap, it shapes your mind. And I also grew up in the Nation of Islam, so it's like I look at the world a little different. I believe that Islam is perfect. Muslims are not. We are followers of Islam. We believe that there is one God, Allah. Allah just means God in Arabic. And so as long as you have that foundation of knowing, treat others how you want to be treated, but also don't take any shit, that's always been my mentality. And that's the reason I feel like I'm so like out the box with my thinking.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I could tell, and I love the vibe, I love the mindset, for sure. So, but before we wrap up, I want you to let the audience know what you got going on, what's in the works, what's in the making, what's plans the AK has.
Okay, so as I told y'all, my single movie just dropped. That is the first release of my upcoming project. I am working on a project. Details on the date of the project will be released sooner than later, so y'all stay tapped in on that. I want to continue to create. I feel like it's so many things that need to be said, and like I said, I'm big on using my fucking free will to say what I gotta say. So just know I'm gonna be the person to say it. I'm okay with standing 10 toes on something that people don't agree with. I'm cool with that. I'll take that L, but I'll never see it as an L. As long as I'm walking in my truth, it'll never be an L. So continue with the music, giving the people bops, giving the people music that makes them feel confident, empowered, loved, seen. It's a great time to be Black. It's a great time to be Black, and it's a great time to be a woman in hip hop right now. And I feel like growing up, I got to see very cool examples of women who went out there and said what people wasn't doing, like Kim and Trina. They'll say the craziest shit off the top of their head, and it's like, did she just say that? Hell yeah, she said that. Free will. Oh, you can say that? Yeah. I ain't even know I could say that. Yeah, you can. So I want to continue to just like push the limits with my thinking, with my craft, setting the tone and letting young people know too, it's okay to be more than one thing. You can be the nerd. You can also be the lit person. You can also be the supportive friend. You can also be that like weird creative kid that nobody gets, but then when they pop off, everybody's like, oh, I knew they were gonna do that. You didn't know that. You feel me? People try to act like they see the vision when they start seeing the results. Nah, for sure. And it's like, I keep track of all of that. I keep track of all of that. Don't try to dick ride now. I see you. Right. So, yeah, continuing with the music, continuing with the art. I didn't even share, continuing to like cultivate as a overall performer. I'm not just a rapper, singer. I'm a dancer. I started off with dance first. I started off with the ballet at the age of 3. And I went on to every single dance style you could think of, between ballroom, salsa, competitive dancing, jazz, hip hop. So it's like, it's such a full circle moment right now of, oh, this is what all of that was for. This is what all this classes was for. This is what all this teaching and technique was for. It was meant to come full circle into my artistry, and I'm excited to showcase that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you, Queen AK. You've been lit. You've been lit. This has been a dope podcast, man. So I want you to let them know how can they follow you. Drop your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever. Let them know.
Let's do it. Okay, you can find me on Instagram at AK2official__. You can find me on TikTok and YouTube at QueenAK__. I'm posting daily. I'm outside daily. It's summertime, so again, I'm beat up the road right now. We outside. You see me here, you see me there. Just say, hey, what's up, hello. I'm gonna say, hey, what's up, hello, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. Like, it's all love. I really do appreciate y'all for having me today. It's been a phenomenal interview.
Also,
thank you.
I'm glad that you enjoyed. And you guys already know this has been another episode, and Queen AK has been a super guest. But we told y'all this was kicking with the coolest people on the planet. I told y'all. So y'all already know, man. Culture Talk TV, Queen AK in the building. This has been another episode.